Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Proceed? Yeah, sure, ma'am. Is it audible now? Yeah. Okay, ma'am, we'll start. Welcome, ma'am. Good morning, all present here. Is anyone? Is it audible? Shall I proceed? Yeah. Uh, uh, Topic. I like to know how many of you are familiar with the terms or machine learning terms, or anybody is new to it, so that I can focus based on that. Again, you can reply in the chat. If anybody is new, okay. So just I carry over the session with. Okay. Before I start the session, I'd like to introduce myself. Myself, Dr. R. Manjula Devi, Professor, Computer Science and Engineering Department, as well as I'm heading the IQAC cell in KPR, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. Okay. So I like to that in today's world, data is plays a very major role. Okay. So what is mean by data? Okay, it is not a object or anything else. It is a value. Okay, so each and everyone knows we are receiving approximately 1.7 MB of data. Okay, as per the survey of 2023-20. Okay, so each and every second we are receiving 1.7 MB of data. Okay, so what is the data plays a very important role. Means if you take any field, data is very important. It plays a very vital role in all fields, not only in the AML or artificial intelligence. It plays a major role in it. You take meteorological data is going to present it. Okay, for either about the weather forecasting. If it is financial, again the data. Again, it will takes any if you are going to take a number of fuels consumed by the vehicle. Again, the data plays a very important role. If you talk data plays a very important role. So here the data is speaking at every each and every place in the world. So without data, nothing is conveyed. Okay. Why data? Is it necessary? Yes, I already said data is very essential. It speaks. Okay, data only speaks everything. It to get the information. Okay, so if you take it, what is the temperature of today's temperature is 28. You can say it is the data. What does it confirm? You can say whether it is a hot or cold. Okay, so that data gives you information. Without data, what is the degree of today's temperature means you can't say anything else. So I have to specify your temperature in terms of data. That data will confer gives your information. So without data, we can't give information. Data, we are taking the information. So from the information, you can able to answer it. If I ask, okay, whether you how how would I say if my temperature is less than 20 information, so using that information only I can able to tell the answer to the person who is asking question to me. So then what is the purpose of answer then? So based on the answer I can able to take the decision. So if you're going to plan for a tour or anywhere, okay, so based on the weather condition you will arrange the cloth based on that. If it is very hot, you will arrange the plan based on that. So based on the answer, I can able to decision the goal. So I can able to reach the goal. So you can say the data is nothing else. It is a vital role at each and everywhere. Okay. Okay. So we already said we all know that by the we are having a natural intelligence. So what does the natural intelligence mean? So if you take a child, okay, so a newborn baby doesn't know anything about this. Her brain is very blank. Okay, so what you will do, how the teach when the they doesn't know anything else, even if you take any, if you're going to teach them any new thing, you have to teach that particular. It is a newborn baby, you have to teach them at least for 10 times. Then only when it is comes to 11th time, he or she can able to recognize the thing. Example, if you take alphabet, by taking a single time, the child will not learn the alphabet. Okay, at least 10 to 20 times you have to teach them it is B or it is A and it is C. Same thing. Okay, the child can able to recognize it in any form. Even if you change the shape of the he or she can able to recognize it based on the knowledge that has been gathered during the training. So this is the natural intelligence that we have it as a human being. Okay. So what is it? What does mean by learning? Nothing but you're acquiring the knowledge. Okay. We are not doing any information, or I already said from the data you will get the information from the nothing else, acquiring the knowledge or skill. So based on the knowledge and the skill you can able to answer the any data or anything in future. Knowledge will be applied in the future. So what is mean by knowledge? Nothing but I already said it is a fact or information. So where will get the fact or information? From the data. Okay, so can it time? No, it has to be acquired only through the experience. Okay, so already said that the child cannot learn the alphabet in a single time. They has to undergo many times. Okay, we have to teach them the same alphabet again and again till the child learns. Okay, when it learns, we don't need to teach it. Same thing. It is an experience. Okay, so you already said data. From the data, you are getting the information. From the information, you are get from the information that knowledge will be applied in the forthcoming days. So, what is the difference between that your data, your learning? Okay, you are getting the information from the data and you are storing it in your brain. What is the knowledge? The array is going out of your brain. That means whatever the learning, whatever the knowledge that you have gathered during the learning, that will be applied in the new forthcoming days. So that is the difference between learning and the knowledge. The knowledge that you have gathered, you learning. We all know that learning, sure, it will improve the performance from the experience. So this terms plays a very important role in your machine learning. The learning will improve performance from experience. Performance is a major role in machine learning. These are everything is coming under what is mean by machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but machine plus learning. Learning is nothing but I already said what is the purpose of learning and how we are learning it. So the same thing, natural intelligence, the learning is done. Intelligence of a human brain plays a major role in natural intelligence. Okay, here machine learning, the same learning concept that you are making the machine to do it. That is, machine learning is nothing but machine plus learning. You are making the machine to imitate and adapt like a human. Human, the machine to act like a human. Okay, we all know it. What is the purpose of machine learning? So why we are going for machine learning? When you say it is 2 plus 2, what is it 2 plus 2? Yeah, 4. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus. I need the answer immediately. Plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 10 plus. If it is a random number, is it possible for the human to predict the answer within the same second, the time that is taken to perform 2 plus 2? No, it will vary as a human, is it? But the computer can do it. Okay, the machine, that means the machine can perform it. So this unique nature of the machine makes to think that is the core, that is the strong point. Okay, this is the strong feature wherever, because whenever psychologically the human cannot improve the computation speed. Okay, the but the machine can do it within the seconds or within a nanosecond learning. So that is one of the points here, major points here. Increase in data. Are the points where we have to uh, think. Okay, so first, why we are going for machine learning means increase in data generation. We all know that today's environment, the data is getting data is getting increased. Okay, so we are not quick. We can't make the human to do computation. So we are going for machine learning. Second, improve the decision making. Same thing. When you compare to the human analysis, machine analysis is very fast. Okay. So what is the meaning of it? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Can you able to? This is my output. Okay, 0, 0, 1. So the third part is my output. What you are going to conclude it? This one from this. What conclusion you can? Okay, and this is my output. From this, what you are concluding it? Any idea that you can able to analysis from this data? Please, those who are like to learn from the core, please understand this answer for this question. 0, 1, 0 also 0, 1, 1 is 1. Okay. So what does it mean? So I can able to say when the input, okay, the output is 1. If any one of the input is 0, I can say my output is 0. So this is a simple data where a human can able to make a decision. Suppose if you assume that I am having 100 input features, number of input is 100. I am having 1000 samples in it. Is it possible for you to generate the pattern here for the given okay? It is not at all possible over here. So that is the decision making by machine will improve it. Okay. Second, I can say the output is 0. If both the input are 1, my output is 1. So this is the pattern that is lies behind this data. Okay. But when come to this, okay, it is not possible for human to predict the pattern. Okay. So cover extract the pattern from the given data, and also when you go into the solve the complex problem, you can do it. Machine learning means it is nothing but a study of algorithm. Okay, so study of algorithm. Okay, what is the purpose of it? What is the need of it? Okay, in order to improve the performance. So these three terms is very P is nothing but improve performance, task, and experience. Okay, so that is this nothing but well-defined learning task performance. For what? Whenever you are going to do some task, okay, what is our objective will be just to improve the performance is are always our objective. Okay, so in order to perform any task, that performance metrics outcome of that particular task should be improved. So how you will perform the task? So based on the previous experience, if you are not will be great unless you doesn't know if unless you know knowledge about that particular task. Okay, if you have a knowledge, you can able to perform that particular task well. If you doesn't know the knowledge, sure you are not able to perform the task. Now what is the difference between traditional program and the ml? That is your input that we are providing it. Second is your program to execute it. Just we will type the program. Okay, so for executing the program, you will be giving the input. Okay, so the program will receive the input from the users. So the program will get executed in the computers, and the program will produce the output. So this is the traditional programming that we are adapting it. So what about the to to the computer? So based on the input and the output, the program will be developed. Program is nothing but model, ML model. This particular input, this is the output that you will provided it. We have to discover the pattern between the input and the output. So we will know that output is derived from the input. Okay, so what function that what input so that your output will be reached. Okay, you will be applying the mathematical model to the particular input. Okay, output. So the model is nothing but deriving this f. F is nothing but mathematical model. So that is I already said model. Next, all data is cooked. So I already said data and we'll be providing it. So this is the raw data. Okay, it will not have any format. Segregate the data in the features. That means you have to present your data into the machine learning in the 2D format. Just you have to analyze what are the features you have, and this is for each and every features I have to collect the samples. So this is 2D features. I will be collecting it, and this will be given into the algorithms for training. So already said the data will be collected from different sources. Okay, so that is your raw data. So that raw data will be cleaned and transformed into the features. Okay, so based on our expectation, your data will be transformed. So that feature will be given as the training, and from the training you will be creating the model. So that model will be applied in feature for prediction. Whatever the model that you have created during training, which will be used in features for prediction or classification process. Based on your application, it will be used. So this is the ML model data. So you will be going for training. Once the training is over, a model will be built. So from this model you will be predicting the outcome. So these are the basics of machine learning. So when you gives the glimpse of the machine learning, I already said from the nothing but the data plays a major role in each and every field. So from the data, your information will be extracted. So from the information, you will be extracting the knowledge. So whatever the knowledge that you have gathered, that will be applied in future for further decision. Okay, so that is your knowledge. So whatever the knowledge that you have gathered, that you will be applying for in future for forthcoming prediction. If you can able to do the forthcoming process in a correct manner, means so the knowledge that you have gathered is okay. If it is not, means you have the whatever the knowledge that you have gathered is not sufficient, again you have to go for uh, more learning from it. Okay, so that is the meaning of the machine learning. So why we are going for machine learning means, as far the computation is concerned, we all know that the computer can able to compute very fast than the human. Okay, so that makes the human being to think to go for the machine learning. Okay, so that you can able to improve the decision making, and you can able to whatever the pattern that cannot be discovered by the human, but the computer can do it. So these are the things that the computer can do it. So this is the difference between natural intelligence and the machine learning. Then these are the glimpse of your machine learning. When it comes to the types of machine learning, there are four types. First one is supervised learning. Second one is unsupervised learning. Third one is semi-supervised learning. Fourth one is reinforcement learning. Okay. So what is mean by, first we'll discuss about supervised learning. What is mean by supervised learning? From the name itself, I can say it is a supervised. We are having supervisor for both project, UG project students or PG project students, and it's a PhD, wherever it is, we are giving the name supervisor. So what is the meaning of supervisor? Okay, we all know that students doesn't know the basic. Okay, so the supervisor will guide the students what to do and what should not do. Okay, even if he or she does anything wrong, we will say that this is the wrong and you should not do this and this is the way that you have to do it. So just some guidance will be provided by the supervisor. 1 minute. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. So when it comes to the supervised learning, nothing but the learning with some guidance. So what is how you are going to represent in real time? Guidance means any person is giving input while you are going for implementation. No, not like that. From the input that you are providing to the computers, so there your data based from the data you can categorize into it is a supervised and supervised learning. So what categories you are giving it? So from the input data set. Okay, so if you are providing your data along with the output, okay, so I already said you are giving input as well as the output for the machine learning. Is it? So if the input along with the input, if you are providing the output means I can say it is an supervised learning. That means that whatever the data set that you are going to give as an input to the program, if that data set contains your output, means I can say it is a supervised learning. If the particular data set doesn't have an output, it contains only the input, means I can say it is an unsupervised learning. That means it has to learn by itself based on the input. What is semi-supervised means half of the data will have input, output, and half will not have the output. So that is the semi-supervised. Reinforcement. From the name itself, you can say it is reinforcement. That means you are providing the output of the previous iteration as an input to the next iteration. That is forcement, enforcement, giving the input based on the previous output, you will be fed as an input for the next iteration.